Yeah, for some reason it was saying the video was private. Is that normal?
What video was that?
The live stream.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was saying the video is private. Does it show on your end that there's some sort of stream or notification of a stream?
It shows that they started the live streaming, you know.
Okay, good. So, so we can just start.
Hmm.
Can we chant the prayers, Prabhu?
Yes. Okay. So thank you for joining the Q&A session. So Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jananjana Salakaya. Chakshu Militam Yena Tasme Shri Gurube Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupam Kitam Meham Swadati Pantitantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapatakalam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagajatam Sagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Prijana Setam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shiva Kankam Cha Hey Krishna Karna Sindhu Dinabando Jagatpate Gopesha Kapika Kanta Radhakanta Namoste Taptakanda Nagorange Radhe Vrindaneswari Vishtubhanu Sakti Devi Pranamami Hari Piye Pancha Kalpa Taruspascha Kipa Sindhu Bhaevacha Patitanam Pavanevyo Vaishnavevyo Namo Namaha Namo Om Vishnu Vadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaurvani Prishtarne Narishesha Sunyavadi Paschata De Shatarne Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadha Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So I have to thank all of you for joining this session who immediately saw the notification for our live stream. This is a Q&A session given by His Grace Sundar Gopāl Prabhu, where we can all receive information on how we can destroy these doubts that we have in our devotional life that we may experience daily. Sundar Gopāl Prabhu has been reading and experiencing and performing devotional service in line of Srila Prabhupada strictly and sincerely.
Another bizarre comment.
So we have this perfect opportunity to take his experience to our advantage. He has great experience in reading in Srimad Bhagavatam. So whatever questions you may hold, the answers will be there because he is following the words of the Bhagavad. So anyone who has any comments, questions, or realizations, they can ask, and there is assured confidence that Prabhu will answer very nicely. Hare Krishna, anyone can speak, maybe comment or send a message.
Thank you very much for your very kind honor, I would say the word. Nicely, you are glorifying me. I hope I live up to mark.
I've been
Questions, case cases, cases why all don't understand about bhakti or taste or bhakti, though sometimes they might get association or hearing about Krishna, sometimes they even don't understand some basic philosophy. Followed by question if someone wants to taste that ras of bhakti which other also taste, what is that one thing that one should do? And not only one, please mention all which are important, but one with the highest priority so we could all focus with your guidance.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes.
Prabhuji, this question is of my friends, and she wanted to attend the session, but she couldn't do so as she had to complete the assignments. So please answer a question. Can you fulfill one request of mine? Can you record this session so that I can send it to her?
Where are you from? Huh?
From India, Prabhuji.
You're from India? Huh?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Which part of India?
India, Maharashtra, the
Oh,
state of Maharashtra.
which part of Maharashtra? Which city?
Pune city, Prabhuji.
Oh, you're from Pune, huh?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So your friend's question is about how to practice devotional service, is it?
Prabhuji, she wanted to know about, her question was that why people aren't able to practice devotional service. Like, why are they not able to feel the happiness? Means we feel as devotees practice Krishna consciousness, they feel immense happiness. So why aren't they getting that?
So in the Bhagavad Gita, it is said here, Yesham ta antagata papam jananam punya karmanam tedvanda moha nirmukta bhajante mam riddhavrataha. So in this verse, you can see persons who have acted piously in previous life and in this life and whose sinful actions are completely eradicated or freed from the duality or delusion, and they engage themselves in my service with determination. So this is the requirement actually to take up devotional service. Of course, association and devotees is the key ingredient, but to get that association and devotees, one must have acted piously in previous life. And in this life, they are free from sinful actions, If they are doing sinful activities, then it's very difficult for them to get that strength to practice spiritual life. So that's why you can see people who are engaged in sinful life, it's very difficult for them to take up the process. Comparing to someone who is, a vegetarian and also pious background, they take it more readily. Especially if you are coming outside India, where you can see this is very much, what we say, prevalent, you can see it clearly. The people who are eating so many nonsense and doing so many illicit things, for them to take up the process is little difficult. But if they have good association, then that also is possible, So association is very, very important. So if they constantly associate with devotees, then that purification can take place in their heart,
Thank you so much for your answer, Prabhuji. Then her one more doubt was how is it helpful for an academic, professional as well as personal growth?
Well, it helped Arjuna, who was more academic than anybody else. He was a general fighting in the war field, no? About to lose his life.
Yes, Prabhuji.
If it's applicable to a person in the war field, then I'm sure it's applicable to anybody and everybody. Yeah? Yes or
Thank you
no?
so much, Prabhuji. Yes.
Actually, the Bhagavad Gita's instruction of Krishna is applicable to everybody. Arjuna was chosen as a recipient to hear this message on behalf of all of us. Because if we understand this, then mentally we will know how to live our life, Because many of us are very naive to all these things that's going on. Especially now, we have been all trained to be passionate, make money and enjoy life, and they are not thought about the difficulties that are going to come, that miseries that we are going to face. So, because you are oblivious to that, then when it comes, then you become very depressed. You understand? So
Yes,
therefore,
Prabhuji.
to overcome these problems of this material world, we need to be educated spiritually, Who are we? Who is God? Why are we here? How to overcome problems, especially birth, death, old age, disease. Why we have to die? How we can stop this process of dying? All these are very relevant queries, But the modern kind of a system of education is hiding all these things, It is not addressing these problems. That's why we are all living with gross dissatisfaction. We are thinking that money is the solution, but money is the real problem. The more you get, the more you want. The more you want, the more problems you come through, and more bad qualities you develop, like greed, lust, anger, envy. So many things come with this, but they are not educated with this science, And therefore, they are living in a darkness and they do not know what to do, what not to do. And this way they have to keep taking birth after birth after birth. Very painful, Very, very painful. Yeah, it is explained here in this verse. So here in the fifth canto, this is explained. Lord Rishabdev told, Rishabdev is actually Krishna, told his sons, my dear boys, my dear boys, of all the living entities who have accepted material body in this world, one who has been awarded this human form should not work hard day and night simply for sense gratification, which is available even for hawks, dogs, who eat stool. One should engage in penance and austerity to attain the divine position of devotional service. By such activity, one's heart is purified, and one attains this position, he attains eternal blissful life, which is transcendental to material happiness, which continues forever. So, this is the purpose of human life, Hmm. Human life is not meant for just going out there, getting a big degree and hoping against hope that this degree will land me a very nice job, and in this way I will be secured in my life of enjoying my senses. This is completely a wrong thinking, Yeah, that's why everyone is very upset. They don't know when things go wrong. They don't know what to do. Hmm? They don't know what to do, what not to do. So yeah, you can see When a person considers sense gratification the aim of life, he certainly becomes mad after materialistic living, engages in all kinds of sinful activity. He does not know that due to his past misdeed, he has already received a body which, although temporary, is the cause of his misery. Actually, the living entity should not have taken on a material body, but he has been awarded the material body for sense gratification. Therefore, I think it is not befitting an intelligent man to involve himself again in the activities of sense gratification by which he perpetually gets material bodies one after another. They don't know this thing, The real thing is that we are going to die. And if we don't know how to come out of this mess, then we have to keep taking body after body after body, and then the suffering will go on. And not necessary that you will only get human birth. You can go down to animal species, or you may be promoted to the heavenly world as a demigod. So in this way, the transmigration will go on and on and on. But why should we go into this cycle? So to put a stop to this cycle is the real education. Simply going to school, college like everybody else and thinking that you got the answers for your success, it is an illusion. It is actually an illusion because it's not going to solve your problem. Material education has got no solution. There's got no solution. That's why Krishna says in the 13th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, the real problem is birth, death, old age, disease. Can your college give you any direction on this? Does your college have an answer to these 4 problems? Yes or no? Hello? Are you there? Huh?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Do your college have any solution to these 4 problems? Can
No.
college solve this problem of birth, death, old age and disease? Yes or no? Obviously no. Correct? Yes or not?
Yes,
And not only that, they are also teaching you to work. All of them, they're teaching you to work, no? And see, as long as one does not inquire about the spiritual values of life, one is defeated. You see that? If you don't make inquiry about what is the subject of how to overcome birth, death, old age, and disease, one is defeated and subject to miseries arising from ignorance. Ignorance is not bliss. If you don't inquire, then everything is defeated and also you're subject to miseries, it's not subject to happiness. Be it sinful or pious, karma has its resultant action. If a person is engaged in any kind of karma, his mind is called karmatmaka, colored with fruitive activity. As long as one's mind is impure, consciousness is unclear, as long as one is absorbed in fruitive activity, he has to accept a material body. You see this point? And that is what all these colleges and everything is teaching. Go to work, get work. Everybody is thinking this nonsense work. So if you carry on like that, then you have to be stuck with another body. And in this way you go on, body after body after body. So is this a very intelligent education to perpetually put you in misery? Is that a good education system? Tell me. Ah. Is this real compassion to put people in misery? Hello?
No, Prabhuji.
Huh? So what is the use of this, all this crazy education just to get into trouble? It is completely disastrous. So if you attach to your body for sense gratification, you have to keep taking birth again and again. And if you are simply addicted to this kind of work, either good or bad, you're going to again get another body. And again, see here, another point. When the living entity is covered by the mode of ignorance, it does not understand the individual being, living being, and the supreme living being. So once you are in this kind of bodily concept, thinking about work and thinking about sense gratification, then you cannot understand who you are. And you cannot understand also who is God. And his mind is subject to fruitive activity. Then he's only thinking about trying to make money and work like an ass, make money. Therefore, until one has love for Lord Vasudeva, you see this point? Until one has love for Lord Vasudeva, who is none other than myself, he is certainly not delivered from having to accept a material body again and again. So in other words, if you don't know Krishna, if you don't know who is God, Krishna, Vasudeva, then again you will also have to take birth again and again and again. So 3 ways you have to keep taking birth again and again. One, if you think that you're just going to make money and enjoy the senses, then you are actually paving your way to take birth again and again. And if you just think that work is worship and work is everything, again you have to take birth again and again. And if you do not know who is God, again you have to take birth again and again. Tell me, you think dying is very nice? Huh? Tell me, if dying is very nice, why are you fearing it? You should have no fear, no? Correct? So therefore, that is not nice. And similarly, old age is also nice. Old age is also nice, but that old age also is not nice. And of course, disease is also not nice. Nobody want to get disease. But these 4 things are forced onto the living entity. The word is force, huh? You're forced. So if you get this knowledge, then yes, you can save yourself. You can save yourself. If you get this knowledge about Krishna, you can save yourself from taking birth again and again and again, which you think is not important. That's why Krishna says also in the Bhagavad Gita, the Bhagavad Gita, this verse, Janma Karma Chami Devyam Evam Yo Veti Tattvataha Tyaktva Deham Punar Janma Naite Mameti Surjuna. So Krishna is saying, one who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activity does not, upon leaving the body, take his birth again in this material world, but attains my eternal abode, O Arjuna. So you see, the condition is that if you want to escape all this painful situation, then you must know about Krishna and his birth and his activities. That's all. Krishna is saying, if you know this, then you don't have to come back again to this material world, which should be the prime activity of all of us. Our number one job is to know God, Then all these problems are all mitigated. We become oblivious to this and simply go on like an animal living to eat, sleep, and mate and defend. Then we have to become animalistic. Misuse of intelligence. Only human beings are given this intelligence, Right? And if we don't use our intelligence properly to find a way to solve this problem of birth and death, then there's misuse of intelligence. Then why you become human being? Better you become animal. No use you become human being. Because in human being, although you try to enjoy, there's so much a problem, But the animal, they have no problem. Everything is maintained for them. They eat, they sleep, they mate, they defend, they run around. No problems. A human being, oh, so much headache. Correct? Is it not? So therefore, we should become intelligent. Our intelligence should be properly utilized to understand Krishna. That is the purpose of human life, is to understand God, Krishna. Then yes, then the solution is there. The solution is that you will not come back again to this material world. Krishna will take you back and all problem is sorted out. Yes? Yes?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Is it clear? Don't you think this is the most important work to do? Hello? So try to convince your friend, huh? Yes? So, if Tilak but Radharani have not, she put the Sindhu there on her face there, and that's her Tilak. Hare Krishna. So there are three kinds of miseries, one from your own mind, one from the other people's mind, and third one is from the demigods. So they are all miseries inflicted on the living entity. And you have come to this material world, then these three kinds of miseries act on the conditioned soul. So therefore, we are advised to transcend them. And transcending means that you come to the transcendental plane where you engage in Krishna's service. The moment you are with Krishna, then you are not affected by this, what do you call that, problems? this is the divinity or the personality of God. It is not affected by the qualities of material nature, though he is in contact with them. Similarly, the devotees who have taken shelter of the Lord do not become influenced by the material qualities. So this is the solution. The solution is to get attached to Krishna, because Krishna is not affected by the modes. Similarly, the conditioned soul, who is always Krishna conscious, is also not affected by the modes, as we share by Maya. That's the solution. If you want to live with problems, then your choice. Nobody is saying no. But if you want to find a solution to your problem, then you have to transcend that by going to God, Krishna. That's the only way. As he also said in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna also said the same thing. This modes of material nature is very difficult to overcome. This divine energy of mind consisting of the three modes of material nature is difficult to overcome. But those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross behind it. So this is the solution. The solution is to go over these problems. And how to go over the problems? Then we have to go to God, Krishna. If you don't want to do that, then it's going to be very difficult. Very, very difficult. Of course, you cannot just go to Krishna like that. It is not so easy. The best way to go through this is to take shelter of the devotees. My dear Uddhava, I am personally the ultimate shelter and way of life for sanely liberated person. And thus, if one does not engage in my loving devotional service, which is made possible by associating with my devotees, then for all practical purpose one possesses no effective means of escaping material existence. To escape Maya, you need to go to God, Krishna, and to go to Krishna, you need the association of devotees. And through the association of devotees, you can overcome this Adi Bhautik, Adi Atmik, Adi Devik problem. And if you don't want to do this, then it's going to be a bit difficult. Yes.
Yes. This is Bhakta in the group chat. He was asking this question. He was thinking that these sufferings are caused either by themselves, by someone else's free will, or by karmic reaction. It's true. As you were saying, you have to be free from all this.
Yeah, that's why we have been trained by Prabhupada, to how to overcome and come to the transcendental plane. You got to wake up and chant your rounds and eat Krishna Prasadam and read the books. These are all activities that will help us to come at least to the mode of goodness and then to the pure goodness. If you don't do all these things and you simply want to become free from miseries, then good luck, no? Yeah?
Awesome.
Yeah, you can try. Nobody's saying no. You can try and try. Correct? Yeah. That's why Krishna said in the previous verse, the stringent laws of material nature, it's not, it is not very, what do you call that, helpful, it's very painful, Maya is not very nice, Prabhu.
It's not whatsoever.
It is painful, it says here, you can see. My dear Lord, for one who has been cruelly burned in the blazing fire of material miseries, we have been cruelly burned, in blazing fire of material miseries. Having fallen into the network of material existence, I do not see any possible shelter beside your two lotus feet, which are a shower of nectar extinguishing the fire of suffering. This is what it is, the material world. We think that it is so nice. Hmm? Material existence is like an ocean that is extremely difficult to cross. The conditioned souls have fallen into this ocean, which is not cool, but rather burns them with the fire of misery. For one who has fallen into this sea and desires to get out, there's no rescue boat, no rescue boat. Hello, there's no rescue boat, except the constant relishing within oneself of the pastimes narration of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I mean, this is the process. If you think you are smart enough to overcome this by your own mental speculation and strength, then I would say good luck. Krishna says here, unless you surrender unto me, you cannot overcome this. And surrendering to Krishna means taking shelter of his devotees. And if you don't want to do this, then yes, you can go on. Nobody is saying no. If you think suffering is nice, fine. Yes.
Yes. And suffering is not nice.
Suffering is not nice, it's very, very painful. And if you want to escape that, then the only solution is to take shelter of the devotees who can bring you to Krishna. Yes.
Yes, bro. See, we got some engagement in the chat. One from Dimitri Prabhu. How to understand the following seeming contradiction in Madhya Lila, Chaitanya Charitamrita, chapter 9, verse 53, or it is said, if a Vaishnava offers food in the name of Mahaprasada, it should not be accepted. Such food cannot be prasada because a Vaishnava cannot offer anything to the Lord. Sometimes preachers in Krishna consciousness movement have to accept food in a home where the householder is a Vaishnava. However, if this food is offered to the deity, it can be taken. So that's one question from Dimitri.
He's getting food from our Vaishnava and offering to the deity.
He's trying to understand. We can take food from a Vaishnava, even if he seems to know that.
I think he wrote there, if 953, when our Vaishnava offers food in the name of Mahaprasad, it should not be accepted. Such food cannot be prasad because an Vaishnava cannot offer anything to the Lord. Sometimes preachers in the Krishna conscious movement have to accept food in a home where the householder is a Vaishnava. However, if the food is offered to the deity, it can be taken. So yeah, Prabhupada is saying here. So normally, a Vaishnava, if he's giving you some uncontaminated food, he doesn't put any meat, fish, or eggs, or onion, or garlic, or something. And you are traveling, what you can do, you can offer to the deities, it says here. How to see woman as mother's Mataji. If I never had that kind of relationship with the mother I have now, on the contrary, I have been very toxic and had bad attitude, bad towards her. Does the right behavior relationship awaken automatically by devotional service? Yes. The more and more you take up this devotional process, then the heart will become free from all these contaminations. Because we have been programmed to become passionate, So in the passionate way, we always see women as a sex object. So when that happens, then we are kind of always become full of lust. But when you become Krishna conscious, then you are trained to come to the mode of goodness. And in the goodness platform, you tend to see the good of everybody. And so when you see a woman and you see them as mothers, then that amplifies your purification. So it's all a matter of consciousness. That's why we are asked to become Krishna conscious. Now we are in the mode of material nature, we are materially conscious. And material conscious means to see everything for my enjoyment. Whereas in Krishna conscious, to see everybody as servant of Krishna. So when you see everyone as servant of Krishna, then you want to respect them. Whereas you see them in the material consciousness, you want to use them. So two different consciousness. So therefore, chanting Hare Krishna is so important to bring us to the proper consciousness, to see everybody as servants of Krishna. Understand? So that should be our what? Our way of looking at things. That's why we are trained to see in everybody not only the spirit soul, but also God sitting in everybody as a super soul. So when we see that, then we have to be respectful because everyone is dear to the Lord. So if we cannot harm another person, harming another person, not only physically harming, we also have to learn how to not harm them mentally. So respecting, we pay our respects. Then moment we respect, then we become humble. Then we turn to see everybody is greater than us. Yes. That's why coming out of the mode of passion is so important. That's why Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, this passionate mode is the enemy because it degrades us to seeing everything in a materialistic manner and misusing everything. And this way we become contaminated and we fall down. So when we come to the proper consciousness, as seeing ourselves as servant of Krishna and seeing everybody also as servant of Krishna, then we have no problem. Yes? Is that clear? What are the Uttamadhikari symptoms? Some ISKCON gurus seem like very high-class devotee, but actually they are offenders. A symptom of a Uttama Adhikari is that he is seeing Krishna. First-class devotee is actually sees the Lord and sees the Lord everywhere. The most advanced devotee can see within everything the soul of all souls, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. Consequently, he sees systematically everything in relation to the Supreme Lord and understands that everything that exists is eternally situated within the Lord. This is the symptom of the most advanced devotee, Uttama Adhikari. In other words, he is seeing God and he is with God. What is the question? So, ISKCON gurus, firstly they offended Prabhupada. And if you are offending Prabhupada, then how you can become advanced? Prabhupada said the moment you disobey, you become useless. So how you can transcend to the useful platform when you are useless? Contradictory. It doesn't make sense. And one who has offended the guru, he will gradually become, offender, and material desires will come into his heart. That is Shastra. But how to recognize him? Because I have not seen Krishna everywhere, Prabhu. So how to recognize him? So we are all recognizing a pure devotee as in Prabhupada. So Prabhupada is a pure devotee. You can see how Prabhupada is acting, how he's talking, and how he's, conducting himself. So you follow him. That's the Uttama Adhikari, Prabhupada. And anyone who can help you understand Prabhupada better, you can take direction from them. Yes?
It's true, but sometimes I can see in social media that some gurus, they actually sometimes to motivate people they use another words. But when it comes to any kind of katha of Srimad Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita, they are only talking about Krishna, and they seems like very pure devotee. So I'm confused in this matter.
How can a person who has offended Prabhupada, Prabhupada clearly say he become what? What? Useless.
Useless.
He can, even if he talk, seemingly if he talk about Krishna, it will have no effect, no? You understand?
Yes,
That's
bro. Yes,
why
but
you have to judge a person by the words of the spiritual master Prabhupada. And if he
yes,
talk,
bro. But
and if he's talking and is not showing you any shastric references and simply talking, then what is the value of that?
yes, Prabhu. So this is ISKCON. But what about other paramparas? There are a lot of gurus or maharajas available right now.
Long
Other
as they are,
parampara. So
as long as they are talking about Shastra, explaining things with the help of the sadhu and Shastra, then yes, anyone can become a pure devotee if coming from proper sampradaya. We have no qualms about that, but he must be explaining the scriptures. You
yes,
understand?
yes, 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 yes,
Not explain the scriptures, then what kind of a sadhu is he?
yes, bro.
Understand? This is the test. So in order to know, you must also know. See, Narotam Das Thakur says, Shastra, Sadhu Shastra, Guru Vakya, Chittete Garya Akya. One should accept a thing as genuine by studying the words of saintly people, the spiritual master, and the Shastra. The actual center is the Shastra, the revealed scripture. If a spiritual master does not speak according to the revealed scripture, he is not to be accepted. Hello?
Yes, bro.
Speak this. Huh? And I do not know which ISKCON guru is speaking the Shastra.
No, no, no. I have not seen also.
Similarly, if a saintly person does not speak according to the Shastra, he is not a saintly person.
Yes.
If you don't know Shastra, then how you will know what is speaking? You will be fooled. Huh?
Yes, bro. But sometimes they use this kind of words that no for preaching. We are using we are making it simple for the people. We are using like slang words to make them laugh and to attract them and
That he may speak entertainingly, jokingly, that he can do, nobody is objecting. But if he does not give references to scripture, then he is not accepted.
acha. Yes, bro. Yes.
See, here Prabhupada is saying, if he is not speaking according to the revealed scripture, he is not to be accepted. Huh?
Yes. Yes.
Now I'm speaking and you asking me question, then I must show you the Shastra. That's my duty.
Yes, Prabhu. But sometimes we started envying them. So how to handle it?
What is that again?
Sometimes after hearing this, that Srila Prabhupada is the only one guru, and all ISKCON gurus are not, obeying Srila Prabhupada. Sometimes we start, envying them. So how to handle that? How not to envy them?
Sometimes you won't envy them. Oh, I don't understand the word. What's the word? Sometimes you what?
Actually, sometimes we start, what I'm not able to pronounce yet. We started envying them.
Envying them.
Yes.
Why you have to envy them? They are useless anyway. What's the use of envying them? Huh?
Sometimes we think that no, we are following the actual path, and they are, they
So
are
why
following
you,
the wrong path.
if you are doing the right path, then why you have to envy them? Ah, you have to neglect them. That's the word. Not envy them. You have to just neglect them. Understand? Upeksha. Huh? Understand? Shastra says someone who is not a good character, then you should avoid his association. Huh?
Yes, yes, bro.
Ah, why you should envy them? It's not even worth envying, you know. You envy them so that one
Bro,
like them.
yes, yeah. In previous lecture, you told that Prabhupada told once time that you call a thief as a thief. There's no problem.
That's why we are giving education. Why we are showing you all the truth and everything that Prabhupada said. We are backing up with his words. Why? We are educating you to understand what you should do, what you shouldn't do, and that is the duty of anybody who is presenting Prabhupada. Anyone who is
Yes,
representing Prabhupada, he has to present the scripture. You understand?
yes, yes, yes,
That
bro.
I am trying to show you evidences on what Prabhupada said.
Yes, bro.
Otherwise, my position is useless. What's the use of my speculation? It is useless. You understand?
Yes, yes,
I can say, yeah, I'm a disciple of Prabhupada, and yes, that'd be nice. You are a disciple of Prabhupada, but if you cannot show shastric evidence, then you are bogus, even though you may be disciple of Prabhupada.
yes, 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 yes,
Understand? Shastra is the base, as Prabhupada said here. Shastra is the center for all.
yes,
And so you have the right to question. If someone is speaking, then you should say, where did this come in? Have you got any shastric quotes or references? That's your duty to ask.
yes. Prabhu, is there any kind of quotation in Srimad Bhagavatam or any Shastra that we have to put this Shastric reference? Otherwise, we cannot believe you. Is there any kind of quotation like this?
Yeah, you see, I'm showing you. I'm showing you now the purport. If anything is not in the scripture, you cannot be accepted. Yeah, I'm showing you now. No.
Yes, 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 yes,
Are you doing this?
yes, yes.
Huh?
Let me note.
Yeah, you see here, it is a statement by Prabhupada in the purport here. Anything
Yes,
cannot be, is not speaking about it, he is not to be accepted. Huh?
yes, Prabhu, yes,
And we are giving the benefit of doubt to everyone. If it is ISKCON Guru or this Guru or that Guru, it doesn't matter. But if he is not speaking according to Shastra, then he cannot be accepted.
yes,
That is the law. Understand? The duty of the person is to represent his Guru and the Shastra.
yes, Prabhu. But what about the innocent people who what? Unfortunately, they are following some ISKCON gurus. They are not following the Ritik order.
So they are bogus. That we say clearly.
What about the innocent people? Innocent people who don't know about this.
There's no innocence, You understand? You can go to the judge and plead innocent. He will still find you, he will still, pass his judgment, because ignorance is not a question of what we say innocence. No. If you commit a crime, then you are to be responsible. You understand? And that's not late also.
Yes, bro.
Even if you go to these crazy gurus, you still can come out and become proper disciple. Why don't you do that?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, you can see here in this verse. In this verse, Guru api avaliptasya karyam akaryam ajanataha utpata parit pratipranasya parityago vidiyate. Srijiva Goswami has advised that such a useless guru, a family priest acting as guru, should be given up, and that a proper bona fide guru should be accepted. There's no law. So maybe you by mistake, I met, I don't know, I went, and this guy has convinced me, I became his disciple, blah, 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 whatnot. So you can still give up and take Prabhupada. What's wrong with that? Hello?
Yes, bro. Yes. Yes, bro.
This is Shastra. I'm quoting you, Rupa Goswami, Jiva Goswami.
Yes, bro. I have another question that, when I want to give donation, in any temple, I have one temple, very, it's a very big temple, but I came to know, yes.
What temple is that?
Actually, it's a Jagannath temple, not very big, but little big. So I came to know that they are using that money, donation money, for their personal benefits. So if I give, whatever donation I am able to do, so because they are using this money for their personal benefit. So is it, is it going to be bad for me or not?
Yeah, it will be bad for you. You're giving money for somebody who is misusing it, then you also implicated.
Oh,
You cannot say, no, I gave to Jagannath, I don't know what they are going, they are responsible. No. You have to make sure that the money is used properly if you give to someone. Correct?
yes, true. But as well as we know that Krishna is Bhavagrahi Janardana. So
Krishna is Baba.
he knows everything.
Doesn't mean that Krishna is a fool,
Yes,
Huh?
also. Yes.
So Krishna is a fool. Huh?
No, absolutely not.
So you have to not be a foolish person to act foolishly, no? Right?
Yes.
Huh? It is so hard to make money, and you simply want to squander it. Who will be stupid enough to do such a thing? Yes.
Yeah. Yes, bro.
Your duty to see that you're going to the right source, a bona fide source, and then you support that. I also in India, everyone open one temple, and you can make money from that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, bro.
So you have to be cautious. Money should be given for preaching. Otherwise, you should not give money to anybody.
Yes, bro. There are one temple. Was one Maharaj bought a car for him.
So they may use the car to go to do some their work. Doesn't matter.
Yes, bro.
All right. So where are you from?
I'm from India, West Bengal. Previous lecture I told you my name is Devaranandi.
Okay. So okay, you be cautious.
Yes, bro. Thank you
Hare
for your
Krishna
association.
Prabhu. Can you share your phone number on the chat so people can connect with you?
As the modes of merchandise acting together because of karma, I can experience that the mode of passion is still hampering myself. How to come to the mode of goodness? Can a woman elevate herself to the mode of goodness? Krishna says everybody can come. In Bhagavad Gita, he didn't say that only the man can go or the Brahmin can go. No, Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says everybody can come to me. They never say, Mam he partha vyapasritaha, yepi suyo papayonaya, striyo, see women, Vaishya, Tata, Sudras, tepi yanti param gatim. Krishna says everyone can come. O son of Pritha, those who take shelter in me, though they be of lower birth, women, Vaishyas, merchants, and Sudras, workers, can attain the supreme destination. So there's no bar. So all you got to do is to follow the program, as Prabhupada has given us. You attend the morning program, Mangala Arati. Then you will be overcoming the mode of passion. If you come to the morning program, then you will overcome this problem. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said the three modes of material nature, namely goodness, passion, and ignorance, pertain to material intelligence, not to the spirit soul. So you see, you're not woman, you're not man, you're not dog, you're not cat, you're spirit soul. By development of material goodness, one can conquer the mode of passion and ignorance. And by cultivation of transcendental goodness, one may free oneself even from material goodness. This is the statement from the Lord. So now we have to learn how to come to the mode of goodness. And from goodness, we go to the transcendental goodness. That's why we are told don't break the principle, meat, fish, egg, onion, all these are mode of passion and ignorance. Sinful. The mode of passion and ignorance, you commit sinful activities. So you come to the mode of goodness, and from goodness you transcend. Actually, our program is so powerful that it brings you to the transcendental level immediately. By chanting Hare Krishna in the morning, especially Mangalarti time, and taking Krishna Prasadam and hearing the Bhagavatam and chanting, all these activities that bring you to the transcendental level. And especially if you accept Prabhupada, then you also transcend the mode of goodness, passion and ignorance. So it is no bar whether you're a human being or, of course, animal will be difficult, but man, woman, children also, anyone can do this. Yes. I'm sorry, Prabhu, I was having low internet connection. Thank you so much for answering my Krishna devotee, but she had this question. Very good. You can ask your friend to put her number down since you are from Pune, and I'm sure the relevant devotees in this chat can direct you to some group. I think they have some women's group and so many groups they have. If you put your friend or your question, your number and contact details, I'm sure other devotees will get to you and help your friend and you as well.
Prabhuji, I think she has joined in this session, and she has also listened to the answer. And I would also like to inform you that this year we had created a group, United in Bhakti, with some of our friends.
So
Yes.
you have to have that bhakti group with our devotees, huh? That would be the best, huh?
Yes, Prabhuji, and you may, and even I have added Nimai Nitai Prabhuji also in this group.
Yeah, very good. So he can help you all in his whatever doubts,
Yes,
only
Prabhuji.
be able to help you more.
Yes,
What?
Prabhuji. I'm once again sorry I couldn't reply to you as my internet connection was low.
Well, I understand that from India, huh? Please tell me the reason that was excessive charity responsible King Bali. No, Bali Maharaj was not excessive charity.
Okay.
It is not excessive. What is excessive to give to the Lord? There's no excess. He's giving up his whole life to the Lord. That is the highest. Yes?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So he was pushed to not Patala, the Sutala planet, but he is there. The Lord is there with him as a doorkeeper. I mean, to get God as your doorkeeper, whether it's heaven or hell, does it make any difference? Huh?
Prabhuji, I know the story. Means Lord Vishnu had appeared as Vamana and had approached Bali to give him three worlds. That is the earth, and when in the third world, when King Bali couldn't give anything, he had offered his head. So then I had read the story. Means in one English composition book. So it was wrongly stated that gods were jealous of King Bali. So can you tell why Lord Vishnu had approached? Can you tell me the reason?
Please stop reading that book.
Okay.
That's the first thing you should do. If you want to hear anything, you should hear from the Acharya. So Prabhupada has written, you can go to the 8th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam, I think it's online also, and you read the proper explanation. That'd be the best.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Right? Bali Maharaj is a pure devotee, You understand? So people who are not devotees, they cannot explain this behavior of a devotee. That's why it is said, there's a verse. It says, Avaishnava Mukad Girnam. You should not hear these things from non-devotees. It is like milk touched by the lips of a serpent. It creates poisonous effect. Milk touched by the lips of a serpent, we cannot drink that. Correct?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So you are hearing this from some, I don't know what source it is, better you stop reading that and you take the original Bhagavatam by Prabhupada. He is giving a good explanation and you can hear that. And that way your devotional, what we say, spirit will be enthused, because you will leave without doubts. If you hear from wrong person, you get very doubtful.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So I recommend you to read from Prabhupada books.
Yes, thank you so much, Prabhuji.
You go to the 8th canto, you can see the whole story and you can read that.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Any other questions? I think we have covered the whole thing now. Is there any other questions in the Facebook or what chat column, whatever? Any other questions? From YouTube. The Gita secret. Why Srila Prabhupada Ji was wrongly translated in the Bhagavatam 4th canto. There is no individual soul in the word to word, but it adds in the translation also deletes Soham Asmi translation. Oh, what is this? 4th canto, 22nd chapter, verse 37. What's he saying? So Prabhupada is the Acharya and he knows what is best, translating the whole thing. So if you're going to check on him and say every little word, then it's going to be difficult for you to surrender to him. So Prabhupada is explaining here the word Tattvamasi, you are the same, so aham, I am the same. Then the purport is explaining. The impulseless conception of this mantra is that the Supreme Lord or the Absolute Truth and living entity are one. But from the devotee's point of view, this mantra asserts that both the Supreme Lord and ourselves are of the same qualities. Tattvamasi Ayam Atma Brahma. Both the Supreme Lord and the living entity are spirit. Understanding this is self-realization. So you can see Prabhupada is explaining in the purport, although he may not have translated in the word, but he's explaining why, what is meaning of this word. Because someone may take it and think that it is you and God are the same. So as an Acharya, he knows how best to explain the whole thing. So if you try to think that you know better than Prabhupada, then I don't know, maybe you can try to write your own Bhagavatam if you want to. We have no objection. Yes? So in order to not to confuse us to think that we and the God are the same, the Prabhupada explains. So anything else?
I think there's a question.
How to know is a ghost haunting me, or am I just so deep in ignorance? Does it even matter? The same solution to both cases, Krishna conscious, does it require more work than ghost involves? So if you are in the mode of ignorance, then you get attacked by ghosts. So how to know you are getting attacked by ghosts? There are some telltale signs. Says that you will get attacked by them while you're sleeping in the dreaming stage. And in that time, they will come and paralyze your body that you cannot move. These are the symptoms. But of course, in severe case, then you get them to take over you and you become mad, crazy. You hear voices, someone talking to you. These are all extreme cases of possession. What is that word? Or you've been obsessed, or what? You've been possessed by them. So, in order to avoid all this, if you chant the Namaste Narasingha prayer, then no ghost will stay with you. They all will simply run away. This is a very powerful mantra to drive away all these ghostly beings, So if you have a problem, then I would recommend you to chant this mantra, or if you can buy a kavacha, Narasingha kavacha, and wear on yourself, then that also facilitates, solving this problem. I think you can learn that prayer from the devotees. If you contact any of the devotees, they can teach you how to chant this mantra. Maybe you can leave your number there and someone can get back to you. Why ghosts fear God? Everybody fear God. Why ghosts? Everybody fear God. God is, fear personified, he says. Living beings who are entangled in the complicated meshes of birth and death can be freed immediately by even unconsciously chanting the name of Krishna, which is feared, by fear personified. The moment you say the name of Krishna, then fear itself runs away. What is fear but God goes? Because when Krishna, the sun, is there, then all this kind of mode of ignorant darkness will not prevail. When there's sun, there's no darkness, common sense. So similarly, when there's Krishna's sun, then there's no anything in the mode of ignorance can prevail. You understand? So therefore, we take shelter of the Lord. Nothing can harm the Lord. In fact, all these beings get purified the moment they come in contact with Krishna. Please add me in the right group. I just do chanting. I am not a devotee, no practicing Krishna consciousness. Only because of my friend I came to know about Krishna consciousness. Goloka doing selfish actions. Okay, you can put him in some group or someone can help him.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Yes, please. I think they will help you now. Any other questions?
This is a small question.
Yes.
Like, for some reason, my mind just keeps on coming up with a mental speculation, thinking that, what if I have to prove my love by doing something very, like gross? Kind of like how, like in the TV shows, people like eat cockroaches or do something crazy for money. Similarly, like my mind is thinking, oh, what if I have to do something crazy, to like that, in order to attain Krishna prema or something. But like, I know it's like a total mental speculation, but I just want to clear up this because it always comes up in my mind.
Prabhupada said like this, because of our past activities, so this kind of thoughts just come up like bubbles in the water, they just keep coming up, So if you take up the process, gradually all this kind of consciousness disappear. So owing to your past habit, this on and off, they are appearing. But when you become more fixed up, then these things will not harm you anymore. What to speak about you, even Yamuna Acharya, he said, that the moment, I become, devoted, but when I think of sex pleasure, I spit at the thought. So being an Acharya, the very high level, see how the thought still appears.
Yeah,
It's
yes.
so advanced that he spit at the thought. You understand? So the thoughts, not that it will simply disappear if it comes, but you know how to handle it, You reject it.
Reject.
But now maybe in neophyte stage we are accustomed to get disturbed by it. But in the advanced state of Yamunacharya, he spit at the thought, you see. So you see two different way of handling it, you see. So the more you become spiritually strong, then you'll be able to overcome this kind of thoughts. But if you are spiritually not so strong, then you will be disturbed by the thoughts. So the solution is to take shelter of Guru, Krishna and sadhus. If you keep association, then this problem will go away. Because if you are with devotees and you talk to devotees, then this will not come, Yes?
Yes.
That's why associating with devotees is very important and revealing your mind. Just like now, revealing your mind. We are hearing the explanation, then you will know, oh, this is not good. Understand? To reveal the mind means to what we say, to curb the enemy, because the mind is our enemy. When we reveal the enemy, then the enemy is caught. So the enemy mind of ours, they get exposed. So when the enemy get exposed, then he cannot do any harm. See how Krishna is arranged like that. That's why one of the duties of a devotee is to reveal his mind, inquire confidentially and reveal the mind. So to expose the enemy, But if you befriend your enemy, then you are doomed.
I don't want to be friends.
Enemy's nature is to always bring you hardship. No? Always training you to go into sense gratification. That's the nature of the mind. Yeah. So we
Yes.
should be careful. We should try.
So I have one question.
Yes.
Bro, sometimes we see our Vaishnavacharyas, sometimes they're very serious in preaching everything. But when we go closer to them,
Sometimes what
yes,
again? To speak against.
sometimes when we sometimes hear the pastimes of other acharyas, our previous acharyas like Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur and other previous acharyas. So we see that they are very serious in preaching and everything. But when we go when we go closer to them, we see that they're they're full of ecstasy. They're dancing, smiling. They're so humble. So how to understand this?
Which acharya is that you're talking about? Huh?
Like for example, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, before preaching, before his preaching lifestyle, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur.
What is he showing?
Like for example, before his preaching life, he used to live in a jungle, maybe out of the village for 11 years. He used to chant 192 rounds, and people used to say that he's a madman. He's a madman. And but we see that when he started preaching, every word was like a lion is always roaring, like fearless person, so much serious. But when we go closer to them, we see that they are full of ecstasy. They're always smiling, so humble. How to understand this, with this duality?
No, you try to understand all this by surrendering to Prabhupada. Okay? You go to the current link.
Yes.
You try to go read Prabhupada books and surrender to Prabhupada. Then you will see everything will become clear.
Yes,
Understand?
bro. Yes, bro.
You try to understand Prabhupada now. That's your main job now. Okay?
Yes, as far as Prabhupada also, I'm just giving you an example.
I'm telling you now what to do. No. Even you see example, you're confused. So better you just surrender to Prabhupada and you follow direction from the devotees.
Yes.
Otherwise,
Yes, chain of disciplic succession.
why you have to go and do all these other things? You don't require that. Right now, you need to come out of ignorance and you need to go to the current link, Prabhupada, and you have to prove that you go to Prabhupada, you serve the devotees, right?
Yes, bro.
You cannot understand all these other things because the acharyas and all, they all act in different ways, And to understand them, you have to be very advanced. Huh?
Yes.
Everything will be very confusing. Why we should get confused? You learn through the devotees. Yes?
Yes, bro. Absolutely right. Yes, bro. Yes.
You have to make things more complicated, no? Yes?
Yes, bro. Yes, bro.
And clothing make effect in our consciousness. It says in the nectar of devotion, when one is dressed with tilak and devotional attire and all, shika and everything, neck beads, then it becomes the mode of goodness, pure goodness. Correct? That's why we are taught to wear devotional attires. Hmm? You can try. You can wear devotional dress and see how you feel. Huh? Understand? It says in the Nectar of Devotion, when one wears all this thing, it looks like it's coming from Vaikuntha. Hmm? Yes. So that's why we are given all these codes of dress and conduct by the spiritual master. Shaving our head, putting on the tilak, wearing kanti, devotional attires. All this is to help facilitate us, our consciousness. Yes.
Yes, Prabhuji.
You try wearing them, you see how you feel. Any other questions? Any other questions?
Last call, Mataji's, Prabhu's. This is your last chance.
All right. So I guess if we all have no more questions, I'm very thankful for all of you coming online. Thank you for sharing with me.
And thank you for the association you've given us and the experience that you allowed us to take part in.
So, okay. Thank you. Thank you again. All glories to all of you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Bless you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Hare
All
Krishna.
glories
Thank
to
you.
Srila
Much all
Prabhupada.
glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
So, Davia, thank you all for joining this session. All glories to you. All glories to Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu, for this favor.